In this video, I'm back on my T140V project. It's a reimported 1976 T140V, which I'm doing into a restomod desert sled type thing. And a little bit of hiatus because I've had a few other projects on, but I'm back on it now. If you've been watching so far, you'll have seen I've stripped the engine down. I'm now at the point where I'm going to start cleaning the crankcases, get them ready to put back together with the crank in. I've already taken the sludge trap out of the crank and give it a clean, so I'll get the sludge trap back in as well. So in this particular episode, I'm expecting to be at the stage where I've cleaned the crankcases, got them ready for reassembly, started to put new bearings in. I am intending to replace most of the bearings and obviously all the seals and gaskets with this. So hopefully I'll get a nicely built bottom end before too long, but I'm not expecting to get there in one step. So let's see how far we get. With any project, when it gets put to one side for a little while, it does become a bit of a coat hanger for all your other bits and pieces. So I'll give this all a bit of a tidy up, and then I'm going to get the crankcases, which have been resting on the floor with the wood lice, outside, give them a good clean. Before I get started, I suppose I'd better have a quick look at them and remind myself of what might need doing. Overall, they're not in bad condition. I'm not going to do the bushes for the camshafts because they didn't seem to be having very much wear on them at all. I think I'll be having that bearing out, certainly the seal. As you can see, there's a lot of grease on. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, fill up my parts washer with some degreaser, shove it in, and let's see if we can get most of this grease off. After that, I'll probably use a pressure washer, because I find that's good at getting things like mud daubers off that the degreasing tank doesn't work with. Then I may have a go at some parts of it with my vapor blaster. I'm not sure yet because it might not need it, but if it does, I might do some of the exterior with the vapor blaster. I wouldn't do anything on the interior. Yeah, and looking at it, is obviously either the chain's been very well oiled over the years, or it's had a bit of a leak somewhere or other. When I put it together, I'm going to do my best to use good gaskets and good sealing so it doesn't end up like that too soon again. Like a lot of tools that you don't use very often, you sometimes have to find places to keep things. And this is where I keep my parts washer at the moment. To make life a little bit easier for now, I'm just going to position it in front of the drain. Find it level first. I'll fill it with water first and make sure it still works. Then I'll put some degreaser in with it. Having filled it and plugged it in, let's noisy but working. What I'll do is I'll put heavy duty degreaser. It's from Screwfix, it's pretty good stuff, and then I'll get the parts in here and let them douse for a while. I think what I'll do first is I'll actually not drop that on the floor. Take this out and let them just have a complete bath. Shuffling them around every few minutes, well, every half an hour or so for an hour or two. The degreaser I'm using is by far and away not the most aggressive thing. I mean, you could run paraffin in here or something like that. in reality I only use this now and again, so I want to use something that's water soluble, that'll do a reasonable job, if not the perfect job, and at least get me started with getting them cleaned. And then when I run it down the drain, I don't feel bad, because it is stuff that you can do that with. Having left them for a while and given them a bit of a jiggle, I'll give them a scraping with a brush now, which should get most of it off. Having spent some time brushing them and letting them soak, I'll probably give them a rinse and have a go with a pressure washer now. Let's just give them a rinse off first, and then I might put them back in here and soak for a while longer. Let's give it a good start. Right, let's get the pressure washer on them. This can turn into quite a mucky job, but we'll do our best, he says. To be honest, I've usually had a better result from the pressure washer, so I'm going to put them back in the bath for a bit longer. Give them a really thorough chance of soaking off. There we go. Having tried the pressure washer, about time now to bring the vapor blaster into play. So I'll find somewhere level for it. And get it ready to go. I've got a bucket of media. I need to top it up and check it all is ready to go. It's not gone rotten, so take a while to stir it up. So get the hose on. I suspect I'll need to put a bit more media in, but let's give this one a go first and see what happens with what I've got. So I'm going to clean off that section. So I wondered why the air was going down so quick. This was on the top of the compressor and has melted through, so I'll have to cut it short, put another end on it, and it'll be fine. I actually think I positioned the pump better so it gives it more of a swirl, because I don't think I was getting enough media through. So I think once I've fixed this, that actually it'll work a lot better than it was doing. Put an extra £4 in, I think, to go with what was already in there. After a quick bit of maintenance, let's see how we're going on, and an extra £4 or £5 of media. It really doesn't want to move, this grease, does it? It always takes a little bit longer than you want it to. You need to keep having a look, give it a swill off. It is looking a lot better than it was, still a fair bit to go though. What I think I might do is leave this one to dry for a little bit. give the other half a bit of a go. So this one, again, needs a bit of a cleaning. I think it'll do really well on there, but it's where the caked in grease is, it's just really not making it. So I'll give this one a go to like the other one, and then take it from there. Well, it's a good start. Still quite a long time to go to get all of it off, but I'm going to let it dry for a bit. I'm going to take all of the gasket materials off, I think. Maybe give some of the other bits of stuff a bit of wire brushing. I think then I'll come back and give it another go. I have let them dry off for quite a while now, and the thing with the vapor blasting is great, but where you've got thick grease, which my degreaser didn't get off, it won't penetrate through it. So you need a much harsher sort of, either a harsher media or to use dry blasting to get this off. But really I want to get the grease off without getting too harsh with the metal. Where the actual vapor blasting gets through to the metal, it comes out fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to spend some time on the bench. I'm going to get some white spirit and use that on some of this thicker grease to get it out. Give them a good cleaning again, possibly going back into the vapor blaster. But what I won't do is make you suffer through all of that. When you're cleaning old crankcases, it can take a variety of methods, and really you want to go with the softest method you can all the way through to the harshest. I know in the past sometimes I've just thrown them into a sandblaster, a media blaster, and had at it, but in reality being a bit softer with it gives you a better result in the end. So it's going to take me a little while to do this, and I'll probably have them back in the bead blaster. It's going to be absolutely critical though when I've finished that any media that has gone onto them is cleaned off. So all the bearings that I'll have still got in here I will take out. I'll give them a really good washing as a final thing, and then next episode I should be ready to be putting the bearings in. Won't be long before I get the crank into this, so why not subscribe, follow along, have a look back at the playlist. Not big chunks, but we're making progress.